Morning, it's Saturday the 23rd of January 2016. I just had another one of those judgment dreams, or I don't know, destruction dream basically. I'm just going to try and share with you as much of it as I can remember. Again, this is a dream, right? So, it's just, I'll share with you what happened. Sorry, I'm still in bed. So what it was, is, what I remember was me and my wife were in this dream. I don't know, I think we were in America or something, but we were going on this camping trip, me and Haley, and well, it was a kind of strange camping trip because we didn't have much gear with us and we didn't have much food and water and stuff. We just had like a couple of bits and pieces really, um, but not a lot. And as we were driving along, we suddenly heard this kind of huge like bang sound, and we looked up in the sky, and it was very strange. It was like the moon had been hit by something, and we were looking at it, and the moon appeared a lot bigger than normal. And I was saying to my wife, like, is that the moon or not? Because I was confused in the dream. I was like, is that the moon? I couldn't see the moon. I assumed it was the moon, but then I noticed that this moon was scarred, and it didn't look like our normal moon. Because on our moon, it looks like it's got a little face, doesn't it? Two eyes, nose, mouth type thing. But there was nothing like that on this moon. It was a surface that we could see with our visible own eyes that we had never seen before. Didn't recognise the surface of this moon, and it was massive. And uh, in the dream, we kept going away from it and coming back to it, and keep looking up at this moon. And other people were looking at it in my dream, and people were talking about it and how did it get so big there, um, and the whole world was fascinated by this moon-like planet in our sky, very close in the sky. Um, and then like a couple of days had passed in my dream, and there was someone holding this like meeting or conference or something, a discussion about it. So people were going to that, and I think in my dream we me and Haley were about to go to it, but we got our binoculars out or something. No, we got our phone out, and we were like taking photos and then trying to put it on Google. Um, oh, that's it. And we zoomed in with one of our phones, and we noticed that there was like a runway for an airport and there's moonlight. Um, and it was all very strange. And the Google was coming up with like different places for people to live, if you know what I mean. Like, the little red thing it does in Google Maps. That's what I'm trying to say. And we zoomed in. We got this picture of this white light type looking alien, or the grey aliens. It was like one of them basically. But it was white. And then me and Haley looked at each other and we went, "It's a demon." And we realised it was a demon. And so that bit of the dream kind of faded a little bit, and I was a bit scared. And we noticed that this planet, this moonlight planet, started to change, and it started to have loads of water all over the planet. And I heard very clearly the words Kepler, or Kepler 123, Kepler, planet Kepler. Uh, and that I saw this sea and water all over, and it looked like a real planet in our sky. Um, and these aliens were from that planet, and they were claiming that they were from the planet, and they were here to save our humanity. And they were into greeting or integrating. Well, I don't know the word, but they were coming here and joining us basically. And then so the dream moves on, and there was another person, and he said to me, I was looking at these dams around different parts of, like, it was in the US for some reason, America. And he said they've deliberately built these dams near the cities, near the malls, and we don't use these words, mall, like shopping mall. They deliberately put them near the malls and the public libraries and the schools and kindergartens. I see. I don't know. I don't use these words over in England, but yeah, that's what they were saying in my dream. And he said, "Oh, so your typical breakwater." See, again, I don't use words like this, but your typical breakwater will just be on the public, the corner of your housing estates. Um, and he said, what they'll do, they'll shoot at these dams, and it's terrible because they, whole cities and towns would be flooded, like, you know. And I thought, man, this is horrible. Why would people do that, like, you know? It was horrible. And then I kept looking up in the sky and seeing this blooming planet, like, you know. And then it turned out that there was two then up there. There was this. So it wasn't the moon that had turned into some watery planet, although I saw that happen in front of me. But there was suddenly that moon was. It's a dream, right? That same moon from earlier that I was saying was on one part of the sky, and that Kepler planet, which looked exactly like our planet, like planet Earth, was on this other side, but it had different land masses on it, and they were both in the sky, and they were both pretty visible, like, you know. And it was terrifying. And what else? I noticed it was dark a lot again in this dream. And it wasn't great. And you know, I woke up from this dream a little bit earlier today, and went to the toilet and stuff, and I went back to bed. You know, and I was back in a dream about dreaming about them saying they were building dams and stuff that they were going to deliberately blow out or something near cities. You know, so how it's so rare that and they were going on about this planet again. It's so rare that you wake up from a dream and then go back to sleep and dream it again. So we're out the dream now. We're talking reality. Uh, I think that I think that's one of those divine dreams from God again. You know, I'm sure of it because we all know about the big deception in the end days. That's going to be to do with the blimmin' New World Order, one worldwide government. The demons running around. You know, they've been released from the 1,000 years in hell, and they're going to claim that they're from another planet in space, and say that they're here to save mankind. And then the other thing that they're going to do is they're going to say that the demons are going to say that they were responsible for the rapture. So it wasn't. It'd be Jesus. But these are videos that I've heard on YouTube. Now look, please listen to what I'm saying. This is a video. This was a dream last night. Okay, I've had dreams that were way more clearer, but then this was also clean. Now I understand that this could come across very weird and very creepy and scary and uh, like I've lost my marbles. But there were specific things in that dream that really stood out to me really clearly. This whole other planet in our sky situation, like the moon with aliens on it or something, and then this other planet that these aliens were claiming they were from, and that they come to save mankind. This is the big deception of the Bible, okay? This is what it is, and then the Lord has given me dreams like this before. Oh, and they were there with their big spaceships. Yeah, I forgot to mention that one. Forgot about that bit. They were there in the sky with these big, massive spacecraft, space like a plane, like a space plane, you know, a spaceship. You know what I mean? Yeah, spaceship. Sorry, just woken up. They were there, and they were saying that they've come to bring peace and stuff. Um, it's like some of the old movies, like, you know, but that's exactly what it was. And you could see their planet in our sky. We were looking at it, and you could see the moon, and it was pretty damn scary, to be honest with you. Uh, but they come to bring peace, you know. They come to save humanity, basically. Um, and yeah, so that was my dream. So I thought I'd share that with you. Um, it's pretty scary, you know. So, you know, seek Jesus, get close to Him, and you'll be all right, you know. Jesus. There we go. All right, so that's that. All right, take care, guys. Peace out.